Hi children, welcome to grade 4 English, and today we are going to revise what we have seen in our earlier session, and we have completed first two pages of our story The Fisherman and His Wife in chapter number 3. And let us recap. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman who lived in a filthy shack near the sea with his wife. And every day, the fisherman used to went out fishing and he fished and fished. One day, he didn't get any fish for a very long time, so he kept on sitting there staring at the clear water. Suddenly, his fishing line started shaking and he caught a large flounder. Then the flounder said to him, "Please don't take me home or please don't kill me. I am an enchanted prince. Please put me back into the water and let me swim." For that, the fisherman said, "Well, I will not kill you because you know how to talk, and I can certainly let a fish swim away who knows how to talk." With that, he put it back into the clear water. Then the fisherman went back home. And the fisherman's wife asked him, "Did you not catch anything today?" "No," said the man. "I caught a flounder, but he told me that he was an enchanted prince, so I let him swim away." "Didn't you ask for anything with that flounder?" asked the fisherman's wife. "No," said the man. "What should have I asked for?" "Oh," said the woman very sadly. She said, "It is a terrible thing to live in this filthy, stinking shack. So, you better ask for a little cottage for us with that flounder." The man did not want to go, but he did not want to oppose his wife too. So, he went back to the sea and asked the flounder fish and told him the wish of his wife. For that, the flounder fish said, "She already has the cottage. Go to your home and see." The man went back home and was very surprised to see his wife standing at the door of a cottage. She said to him excitedly, "Look what a lovely cottage this is. And now, isn't this much better?" she said. And until this part of the story we have seen in our last session, and now we are continuing the remaining part of the story. Yes? And here there was a small front yard in that little cottage, and a bedroom, a kitchen, and a dining room. Everything was very beautifully furnished and supplied with tin and brass utensils in the kitchen, just as it should be. Outside there was a little yard with the chickens, ducks, and a garden with vegetables and fruits. And the man said, "This is quite enough. We can live very well here." "And we will think about that," said the fisherman's wife. Then they ate something and went to bed. 2 weeks passed. The women thought of something again and said to him, "Listen, husband, this cottage is very small and the yard and the garden are too little. So ask the flounder to give us a larger house than this." That is, she asked for a large stone palace. "Go back to the flounder and tell him to give us a palace." The man went to the sea with a heavy heart. He didn't want to go, but he can't oppose his wife. And told the flounder about his wife's wish. "Go home. She is already standing in the front of the door of a stone palace," said the flounder. When he arrived back home, standing there was a large stone palace. His wife was standing on the stairway about to enter. Taking him by the hand, she said in excitement, "Come inside." The wife had everything that anyone could possibly want, but the woman's greed kept increasing. The next morning, she told her husband about her next wish. Yes, now she wanted to be the king. The fisherman asked her why she would have such a strange wish. "Well," said the woman, "even if you don't want to be the king, I want to be king." In this way, the fisherman's wife had new demands each and every day, and the fisherman had to go back to that flounder to fulfill all her wishes, no matter how strange they were. After becoming the king, she wanted to become the emperor. And then one day, she told the fisherman that she wanted to become a god. Yeah, the man, after hearing this, was so shocked that he fell out of the bed in his sleep. He thought that he had misunderstood her, so he asked her again. And she said, I cannot stand it when I see the sun and moon rising. So I want to rise sun and moon whenever I wish. And only after that I can have peace on myself, she said to fisherman. The fisherman went back to the flounder, fearing for his wife. He told the flounder about his worry that his wife has made the weirdest wish ever and she wanted to become God. After hearing this, the flounder was amazed and the flounder said, Go home, and she is sitting in her filthy shack already. And children, this story is written by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. Okay, from this story, what you have learned? Yes, we should not be greedy. We should be happy with what we have. And we should feel happy and content with whatever we have in our life. If we keep on asking for more and more, or if our greediness keep on increasing, we will lose everything we already have with us. And this is what we have learned from this story. So children, always be contented and don't be greedy. Be happy with whatever you have in your life. And now, let me tell you the homework for today's session. Children, read your story thoroughly. Read the entire story, The Fisherman and His Wife, and get sign from your parents. And after reading the story, in your workbook, page number 29, fourth question. Why do you think the fisherman's wife kept asking for new wishes? Use clues from the story to support your answer. Why do you think the fisherman's wife keep on increasing and asking for the new wishes every day? And write clues from the story to support your answer. Fifth question, describe in detail all the wishes made by fisherman's wife. And what did the flounder do after he heard about her last wish? You have to write it very briefly. And sixth question, do you think fisherman's wife was right in demanding so many wishes from the flounder? Do you think whether what the fisherman's wife did was right? Yes, right from your perspective and thinking. If you find it as right, you have to give reasons, and if you find it wrong, for that also you have to write reasons. And seventh question, if you could make any one change in the sequence of the fisherman's wife wishes, what would that be? If you want to change something in fisherman's wife's wish, what would that be? You have to write that. And if you ask for that wish, how would it will make the difference in the story? That also you should write. And this is your homework, children. Read The Fisherman and His Wife story thoroughly and complete question number 4, 5, 6 and 7 in your workbook, page number 29 and 30. And I hope you are clear with today's session, and read the story thoroughly. If you have any doubts in story or any words or in the questions we discussed today, you can ask me in our next session. Take care, children. Drink more water, eat healthy food, reduce your screen time. Bye.